Now, let's start with what the papers are reporting this morning. The Daily Guide says Election 2024. EC opens nominations September 9. And I need to remind you, I'm told that it's going for 100,000 Ghana cedis for presidential candidates. I know somebody who's eyeing independent candidate. I'm advising the person ahead of time that 100,000 there, don't waste on it.
Oh, who's that?
Yeah, there's some independent candidate.
I know of Alan Tremonti.
Yes, no.
Kwame Bediakon.
Oh,
I know of Dr. Samantha.
oh, he's still in there.
Kwame Bediakon.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he's there.
I see.
I don't know whether this is fair, but for me, I still feel that
You should not pay
sometimes
it.
money should be used as a barrier to trim down the numbers.
Oh no.
Well, they can raise that money. They can raise
yeah,
100,000.
I mean,
500,000 Ghana cedis.
Anybody.
Oh, they can
No,
raise
I
it.
don't think so because then you are putting a cost on the quest to vote and be voted for, which are human rights. You
Yeah.
get my point.
Yeah.
Systems would fade out almost useless candidates.
But sometimes
But
in the
people's
past,
right to participate, and we always encourage that. I actually think that they should make it, if it's 100,000 for everybody, it should be 10,000 for women specifically, and persons with disability.
But you know, in the U.S., for instance, in certain states, if you're not being presented by a party, you need to meet a certain requirement in order to be on their ballot. If you don't meet that, you don't get onto the ballot. I mean, we just practice a unitary system, so it becomes difficult for us. The Electoral Commission is actually opening nominations earlier than we normally would have. So now you have an opportunity to fill. And if there are mistakes, you probably would correct them
so
before
that
you get there. I mean,
we don't reject people on the last minute and going around. Then people will lie to people about their signatures. The signature, you are taking money to put your signature on a thing, and you didn't put the signature
but you know,
on
that
a
whole
thing.
thing about multiple signatures, how am I really going to know that someone has signed already?
Yeah, that's the point.
You know, sometimes
It's not as if you put in a system which automatically identifies.
But even
the
then,
person last week supported George. This week he's changed his mind. He wants to support
even
another
then,
person.
Even then, I ask myself again, why do we need people to say, why do we need people from all districts of Ghana to endorse someone before he contests as president?
The idea then was that there's a certain level of acceptability or recognition for your candidature so that's not made to look like you do not have national representation. So that's why it's the same theory that was used for political parties have regional office or district offices.
You see,
the thinking is
seen-
that you do not, because we have come from a history where sometimes we had sectional parties represented. You want to make it have a national outlook. I get your point. All of these things can be resolved by, how about if like petitions are signed online?
Yeah.
If they want people to vote, the verification should be left to the Electoral Commission to do. If they cannot deploy a system to do that, let the person contest. There's a price to pay for democracy. There's a price to pay for popular participation. When you put more hindrances in people's ways of doing so, you are basically defeating the purpose.
This money is refunded, right? When we have at the elections, right?
When you get a certain percentage.
Yeah.
They should make it
And for-
I
and for-
think
and for-
they should make it
And for the
500,000.
independent candidate I have in mind, that
Yeah.
percentage, the person will not make
They
it.
should make it 500,000 Ghana cedis.
Oh,
No, I actually would have suggested
Let's do
10,000
that.
cities.
10,000. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean,
Presidential-
in all fairness,
I don't think money should be a barrier.
let's raise the bar.
No.
500,000 Ghana
I don't
cedis.
even think money should be a criteria for determining. Yeah.
Yes, it
No,
shouldn't
not
be.
determining. There's
No,
always a
since
pre-qualification.
since the Electoral Commission refunds these monies,
Yeah.
I think if you get about the
And
percentages
essentially,
just
it will be the
escaped me.
MPP NDC that
Who
will
get a
get the refund. How then do we promote third parties? How then do we promote independent candidates? How then do we promote a system where
but-
many should actually be involved?
You see, we try to curb electionpreneurship,
Yeah,
but unfortunately, we encourage electionpreneurship even with the funds we charge.
that's true. Because the guy has to raise the
He has to raise
100,000.
the 100,000.
So if you can't raise it, then go and
But
sit
he will
somewhere.
raise it because today, people stand elections. I know somebody in this country.
Somebody who is only saying that I was a presidential candidate.
Look, I know somebody in this
he's been
country
carrying title presidential candidate
who
since
has never,
2016.
listen, he has never contested any election in this country. But when you go into his office, he has posters and billboards suggesting he's a presidential candidate, which he uses to go and take funds from other parts of the world.
I know we want to promote multi-party democracy and all the rest. It's true, but for me, I think now it's just a two-horse race. I'm sorry.
No, I think we should break that system. But I mean,
It will take time. We will get there.
No.
Look at what is happening in South Africa now. Whoever thought that a day will come?
yeah,
So it's an evolution of our democracy. We will get there. It will not be always NDC MPP,
okay.
you know. But for now, I'm saying that listen, raise the
Sometime
bar.
will be what CPP, PNC,
They will come back. Don't never say never.
PNC.
CPP and
Where's the last
PNC
one?
have become two parties that actually. So it's in Ghana. This is it. I've always wondered, how.
Obviously, we're not talking about now. We're talking about future.
Now, come in.
He said it's possible to change
No,
the
you wait.
dynamics.
When I finish, you understand.
Yeah.
You must always start from the antecedents. Then you build the argument.
When it was UP, and
So you relax, you understand. In a country where CPP say they go into an elections.
Yeah.
Now, when they go into the elections, they start from the branch level, the ward or whatever, branch.
Yeah.
The polling station level, let me make it simple. The polling station. And in the polling station, they elect polling station executives. Sometimes 200 people vote for them. You have over 30,000 polling stations in Ghana. Raymond, if you look at 200 people voting for polling station elections in a political party, 200 times just 30,000, that gives you 6 million. CPP should be winning elections, but they get 20,000 at the end of the day.
People change their minds along
Wait.
the line.
I think the
In
Nkrumahs-
Ghana, it is better to say you are CPP and PNC
And still be NDC.
and still be NDC and MPP. So we have MPP leaning CPP, NDC leaning CPP, NPP leaning PNC.
Yeah.
And well, that's what they do.
No, be center of the left and
Center right,
of,
center. I think
we are standing in the middle.
but the Nkrumahs family need to come together.
They will.
I mean, if they
They
still
won't.
want to be a force to reckon with, we need
Anyway.
to. Yeah.
Let's get into the other stories.
All right. So there's another story. Nana shoots down Agyapadie propaganda. Have you seen that document?
I have seen the document, yes.
Yeah. Have you seen the content of the document?
Yes, I have seen the content of the
You
document.
know, it's been rumored for a very long time, but I think by speaking to it first, the Ochigme was the one who rubbished it. Then secondly, the president himself, and this was as a misinformation, disinformation, probably a forum of a sort. So by bringing it out, the interesting part is that this document seems to have been a long time ago, but some of the things in there
Are playing out.
plays. So it's difficult, even though me, on the face of it, I also thought it was complete rubbish. And I was not anything that any grouping would actually accept or so. But when the elements play out in certain ways, it makes it difficult to completely dismiss.
So some of the things did not play out.
yeah,
Others played out.
that's true.
And so you want to look at it and say, okay, but why? So I saw this document in 2021.
I thought it was way before that.
It was way before that, yes, but I saw it in 2021. Or, I think 2020 or 2021, one of them. But anyway, we'll come back to it.
Okay, well, that's on the front page. And ambulance dealers rubbish Ablakwa claims. That's also on the front page here. And the very last one, Akufo-Addo commissions GMPC Energy House in Takrady. And that's on the front page too. And yes, entrepreneurship should be compulsory in schools. This is Dr. Stephen Amwa. Yeah.
Let's do the new find out. You have government to lease Commander Sugar Factory to new investors for 20 years, according to KT Amond. Reduce interest rates in addition to other measures to tackle NPO. That's the banker. Government to launch district-level housing projects, according to Kojo Opon Nkrumah. Also have the election filing fish issues, and the Service Ghana company also refute allegations of the ambulance service contract as well. Threatened suit.